hello there.
Hello.
We are back.
After an accidental month hiatus.
Yes. Yes, it was accidental, to be fair.
We needed some time.
Yes.
It's fine. You know what? I appreciated it.
Yeah,
It was nice not to have to do anything.
Honestly, same. It's been a very rough year, the previous one. I don't know if this one is going to be easier or better or whatever, but hopefully.
Certainly up in the air for a lot of people.
Yes. Yes. But what we can safely say is that we are back, and we are back to our audio form for a tiny bit. So bear with us because yes, things are changing, happening, and whatnot. But we're back. We're not going anywhere, so that's nice.
Back. Here's the thing, guys. Zoom is annoyingly expensive.
Yes.
And I don't have the funds to keep buying it at the moment. So we're just doing this through Discord for a bit. Which, is a little easier for us right now. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm sorry you can't see our faces, but also... yes. We're comfortable this way, so I don't have to keep putting up the green screen behind me.
And I don't have to put on makeup to be presentable.
Yeah. Honestly, all of these things, we're just, vibing. I was filling time because I was turning myself down a little bit because I was peaking.
I could tell. But
nothing's happening over here.
Do you want to introduce our podcast so people remember us?
Sure. Just in case you forgot. Hi, everyone. Welcome to All the Films We Judged Before. I'm Katie. That's Lily Kay. I still did the gesturing even though nobody else can see us.
Yes,
it's
fine.
Part of the bit.
It is part of the bit. I didn't do the, which now no one knows what it is, but I didn't do the,
Refuses to explain.
Yes,
leaves.
I will refuse to explain that. If you know, you know. That's it. But yes, we're back, and we will be talking about our most anticipated movies and TV shows of 2025, and to make our lives easier and your time more valuable. That's something weird. We're only gonna do a top three on both subjects. So which is a top six because I'm guessing I have a wild guess that it's gonna be different on both ends. But I
have a feeling there'll be a little bit of overlap in places. But I have also got a bunch of honourable mentions that I'll mention at the end.
Okay.
I have a feeling at least one of my honourable mentions is probably on your list.
Interesting.
Let's put it that way.
Interesting. All right, we're going to start off with the TV shows. And we're going to start off with you, Katie.
Start with me?
Yes. Did you put them in order, please?
I did. I wrote them down and then I numbered them afterwards.
Oh my God.
Because I know what you're like.
Yes.
So I'll write things down and you'll be like, order them down.
Yes.
Like, no, I don't want to order them. But
You have to.
I even tried to put some dates on them, but I don't have dates for all of them. So
well done. So let's do number 3 TV show.
My number 3, I decided, I think, will be Born a F. Retake.
Yes.
My number 3, I think, is Daredevil, Born Again. Yeah. I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah. Understandable.
It was on here somewhere. It's the ordering that I'm never quite sure about. I know it is anticipated for me. I anticipate it.
Yeah.
It's the orders of things will switch up depending on the day.
Fair. That's fair.
But today, as I was putting this together, I went, this feels right to me. As I think has been well enough documented on this our lovely podcast for the past. Oh God, it will be 5 years this year.
It will be 5 years this year. Yes.
Good Lord. Anyway, I love Daredevil. I loved the series, the Netflix series Daredevil. Even if season 2, I have my qualms with. But I am cautiously optimistic about Daredevil Born Again. The quote that came out from somebody involved in the project the other day was a little worrisome about how he said it was like, oh, I just didn't want it to be like two people talking about the state of morality in a room. And I'm like, you do realize that's kind of one of the really good things about the Netflix Daredevil series, right?
Yeah.
We like having characters in rooms talk about the state of morality. I can understand not wanting to retread old ground, but it's not, what was the word he used? I wish I could remember. It's not so up itself to do that, you know? It's not self-aggrandizing.
Yeah.
To do that sort of thing. However, the recent UK 18 plus tag that has been put on it has me feeling pretty good. Plus, we are in fact getting Foggy and Karen, which was not happening in the initial version of this show that they tried to put together. Which just, I don't understand how you can think to do this and not bring back the gang. Just baffling to me. I am also worried that they're going to kill Foggy off. But that's another thing.
Probably not. I wouldn't worry about that.
I've got my worries, but I am anticipating it in a more anticipatory way than some other things that are coming out this year.
Okay. Yes. Fair.
I'm excited.
I could have...
And excited.
Yes. I could have lived without Karen coming back. As we all know, I do not like Karen at all. Nothing against... Thank you. Nothing against her. She's great. Just the character is just... but I just... It's okay. I'm just happy about two very important things. Fisk is back because Vincent D'Onofrio is fucking great. And I am so happy that he's back. And my baby Frank is back. So I'm happy. This is a happy Lily. I'm already excited. That trailer...
You've gone like slightly Italian mob boss. I'm happy. I feel pretty good about it.
I feel pretty good about it. I really like the trailer. I think it was really fun. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to it. And if they fuck it up, I think this will be the point where everyone will rise up and we will just kill Disney.
We're already close.
We're very close. But no, I have faith. It's going to be
optimistic is my sort of space on that one.
Yes.
Really hope it's good.
Yes. Agreed. Very much agreed.
But, you know, if it's not, we can just go back to season 3 of Daredevil, you know, which is a perfect season of television, frankly.
Yes. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There are solutions to this problem, but hopefully it won't be needed, and it's actually going to be a banger.
Good.
Yes.
Number 3.
Yes, my number 3 is also Daredevil, but because because I do not want to repeat the same things again, and I already said my piece on it. I'm going to switch it up now to...
She's changing it on the fly.
I'm changing it on the fly because I actually published my most anticipated lists.
Yes, I saw that.
Yes.
You have a habit of spoiling our podcast weeks before it comes out.
A little bit. But no, I'm going to change it, and I'm going to put it, Welcome to Derry, to number 3, because...
I see this on a list I was looking at, yes.
Yes, because it's I just realized after finishing that article that I think I am even more excited for it than I originally was. And that realization not only just came from the fact that Bill Skarsgård is back as Pennywise, which is the greatest decision that they could have made, to be honest. But
Post-Nosferatu, I am more excited about that.
Yes.
He's so good in Nosferatu, I really can't express it enough.
Fair. But also, like, this is the OG team who did both the It movies, so... I'm expecting a lot. I'm hoping for a very good time, and they have a lot of opportunities here that they could, use very, very well, or just fuck up the entire thing. but I do have faith in them, because I think if anything, then Andy Muschietti can really understand these stories and characters. I really hope that they can let Bill Skarsgård be Pennywise without changing him into different CGI things, which I know that that's the character's trait, but he's so good. He's
really
so
is.
good in that clown
really
makeup. We don't need all those extra bits. It can happen a few times, but I really hope that it's not going to be all about that.
You want it to be the core. You want to be able to see him doing his thing.
Yes,
which is
exactly
so good.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm very, very excited for it, and we only saw a tiny bit from Max's look into this year, but it looks gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie. Those few shots that they put in there was excellent. So,
May I ask?
Yeah.
What actually is the premise of the show? Is it like his origin story?
No.
Or where is it? When is this taking place in relation to?
If I understood it correctly, which is I might not have, but it's only playing like 28 years before the Losers Club.
Okay, so it's like the cycle before those guys.
Yes.
I see.
So it doesn't really go back that much in time, and it will actually like have a few things that were mentioned in the movies as well and in the book. And if it's true, I am very excited for one thing in particular, because they did say that they might actually use bits from the book that didn't make it into the movies, which would be very nice, because there's a particular scene in the book that I really fucking loved. I think it's one of the scariest things that I've ever read, and I think if they would do it, that would be such a huge win. So fingers crossed. Like, yes,
it's just so funny because I've not read the book.
Yes,
but the things I know about the book, the main thing that gets talked about, I think, when people refer to things that happened in the book that obviously haven't been adapted. Is like, I heard there's like an orgy or something.
Yes.
Like, so every time it's like, hey, they did this thing. I'm like, so the orgy? No, not the orgy.
no. But yes, it's famous for that. That's for sure. But I'm not referring to that. Like I don't.
No, I didn't think you were.
No. No. I'm referring. I can say this because it's not a huge spoiler, and it might not even happen, and might not even end up in the series. It's a werewolf scene.
Oh, fun!
And it's brilliantly written in the book. It really gave me the creeps. So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Just to go back a little bit.
Yeah.
For anybody who might not know, Daredevil Born Again will be taking place post the events of Daredevil season 3, but I think still within the same line of canon. But its continuation, Fisk seems to be rising to power and becoming mayor. Classic Fisk thing to do, despite the fact that he'd been jailed twice. But, you know, according to the American judicial system, being a felon doesn't mean anything about being able to get into public office, especially if you're a danger to society.
So it's just true to reality.
It's just apparently very timely and horrifying. But yeah, so that should be interesting. And the nice thing about it was that it looked like they were going to go off in a different direction. And then with like a restructuring that happened at Disney, they scrapped where they were at with the project and kind of restarted from a better, it sounds like, place. From a place that honors what actually came before and continues that as a line, you know, storyline beyond.
Yeah.
All right.
Excellent. What's your number 2?
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
My number 2 is Slow Horses season 5.
Of course.
I'm so excited. No idea what's coming out. There's no date available for it yet. But from what I've heard of people who have read the book, there's going to be some fun stuff in here. And the little teaser that's at the end of season 4 already looks really good. I'm just I like this world so much and these characters, and I'm just looking forward to being able to watch it week to week. As much as it's going to drive me mad that I won't be able to watch all of them at once. Because it's great. Apple TV continuing the week to week model, love that. But also, as I'm finding with Severance at the moment, it is agonizing having to wait week to week for more content.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good for you. We shouldn't get all of our stuff all at once. Good to pad good things out over time. But yeah, I don't know entirely what the plot of season 5 is going to be. But from the little tiny clip we've got, some stuff will happen. And it will all, I'm sure, go up in a, wildly unprofessional yet weirdly competent way, as is the Slow Horses brand. Yeah, I'm just excited for it. They're filming season 6 at the moment, so we know that's coming out probably next year at this point.
Nice.
But yes, I'm very much looking forward to it.
I don't think anyone is surprised by that, Katie. I'm not gonna lie.
I love it so much. I'm so excited. I'm very glad. It's truly the best decision. One of the best decisions I made last year was getting it. Finally sitting down and watching the whole thing twice.
Yes.
I did do that twice.
Yes, I remember.
I finished the first book as well. Lily very kindly bought me the first 3 books for Christmas.
I did, yes.
I have started the second one, but I've also not been reading a whole lot recently because I have been playing Inquisition, as in the Dragon Age Inquisition, an obscene amount. Truly, I think my current save file is on about 250 hours.
Jesus Christ.
I don't understand how that happened. I don't think I did anything different to the way I usually play Inquisition, and yet...
Here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. Okay.
But I will get back to it. It's on my bed. I can see it over there.
Okay. Excellent. Slow horses. Yay. Understandable. Mine is
You're
now...
number 2.
Yes, mine is now confirmed. So I can safely say that... Alice in Borderland season 3 is coming out this year. Very exciting. A lot of people are questioning why. And the thing is, if you haven't read the manga that it's based upon, then yes, it is weird because with season 2, it felt like that they did close it off, end of story, whatnot. Now, here's the thing. So it's Alice in Borderlands featured the playing cards. And we saw all the playing cards except for the Joker. And the Joker showed up in the very, very last frame of season 2. So all of us who knew the manga immediately went like, you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. If you're not going to continue now, I'm going to cry. And they, I think they confirmed it like a month after season 2. And I remember that they posted a video of the playing cards, and I immediately knew that it's going to be Alice in Borderland season 3. And I think you believe that it might have been Six of Crows or something like that. But that was a conversation between us. I tried to...
well, I definitely know it's not Six of Crows now. Cause,
yes, but it was back at that time when it was still a possibility.
When was this?
It was a long time ago, so we had to.
I don't remember this at all.
We had to wait quite a long time for season 3 to actually come out, but it's happening this year. It's very exciting of what they're gonna do with it. If you don't know Alice in Borderland, it's a Japanese live action TV series. It's brutal. So I would say that if you enjoy TV shows like Squid Game, The 8 Show, or anything close to that has a lot of blood and gore and a lot of violence and whatnot, Alice in Borderland is definitely for you. They also playing games, so they're playing some very, very brutal games as well. The only sad thing about the entire series is that one of the actors was very heavily affected by the fame that came with it, and he actually decided to stop acting afterwards, and he didn't really take it that well that so many people have recognized him, and it was just
hard.
too much.
It's not a natural state of being.
Yeah.
To be known by that many people.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just hoping that he's okay and he's doing fine. He was one of my favorite characters. He really is great in the series. I don't know, because it's not yet confirmed, if he's actually going to show up in season 3 or not. He's hoping because he was great, and his character is one of the most interesting characters in the entire show. But we'll see. Thankfully, we're going to see it this year. So that's my number 3. No, 2. What? 2, yes. What? So let me hear your number 1, please.
My number 1. I had a different one on here, and then because I was scrolling the internet, because off the top of my head, I was like, what the fuck is even coming out this year? I couldn't really think of anything. But then I went poking, and I went, oh right, this is coming out.
Yes.
Andor season 2. Andor season 2.
Yes.
Come on.
It was my number 1 in the article as well. Yes.
Because I saw a little clip from season 1 again the other day. It came up on my Instagram. I think it was Nemec talking about the state of rebellion and
yes,
how the Imperial thought machine and all this sort of bits and pieces. And I was like, my God, the writing in Andor season 1 was so fucking good.
It really was.
It just cleared everything else that Star Wars had been doing and has done, frankly. And I just am very excited. We know it's going to be the end because we'll be going through and catching up to the events of Rogue One by the end of the season.
Yes.
But it's very exciting. I just cannot wait to get back to like really good Star Wars. And I'm really kind of craving that that excitement I was getting week to week when I was catching up on Andor, and I got caught up a couple weeks before the final episode, and I sat in a room at my old job that was old empty edit suite, and I had my lunch whilst I watched Rick's Road, and it was just so excited about everything that was happening in that, because just such good television, and I'm just really excited for more.
Yeah.
More excellent writing and more monologues and genuine political chatter within Star Wars, because Star Wars has always been political since the beginning.
Yes. Yes.
It's always been political. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. It's an inherently political thing. Just because they have laser swords doesn't mean it's not about the Vietnam War. I don't even have any more real words. I'm just really excited for it.
Same.
Decidedly anticipating.
Yes.
And that's out in April. It's the only thing I've got a date on it. Apart from Daredevil. Daredevil's out on the 4th of March.
Yes.
Andor, I believe, is out end of
April. End of April, yeah.
Something like that.
It's literally going to come out as I am
the date.
as I am coming back from Star Wars Celebration from Tokyo. So
yeah, so you're definitely going.
Yes, I'm definitely going. I'm very excited. Obviously, the moment they released photo ops for Manny Jacinto, who plays the stranger in the Acolyte, I was like, bye. Right now. Bye. But yes, yes, agreed. I will just also highlight Ben Mendelsohn, Alan Tudyk, and Forrest Whitaker are all returning for Andor season 2, and they haven't confirmed it yet, but I'm really hoping that Andy Serkis' Kino is going to be back as well, and he survived.
That we'll see.
Otherwise, it
would be nice if he made it.
Otherwise, it's gonna break my heart. I think I'm gonna cry. But yes, fully agreed. Again, I'm only changing my number 1, so we can talk about a bit more stuff that is coming out. And I'm It's an honorable mention. I don't think I have to say anything else. Of course, very excited for The Last of Us Season 2. But
that's also on my honorable mentions list.
Yes.
But it's really on my honorable mentions list because I'm fully scared of it.
Same.
Because it's like, Season 1 was kind of a home run. Easy, I feel like quite easy to adapt, but like they did it perfectly, right? They did a really good job. I know you have your issues with the bits and pieces of it, but like in terms of like the essence of the story and everything that they did with that, I think they did a very good job.
Yes.
I have more complicated feelings about part 2 in general. So I'm just nervous to have to watch it again. I'm not gonna lie.
Understandable. I'm nervous and excited. Craig Mazin did promise more infected, which was one of my biggest complaints. So I think the not knowing of what they're gonna do with it is because it's only an honorable mention for now. Not on my article list, but here it's just gonna be an honorable mention because honestly, if I have to pick anything else other than Ender for number 1, it's going to be Squid Game Season 3.
I thought you would mention this, yes.
Yes, obviously.
Which we have a date for now.
Yes.
It did get leaked, but we have an official date for it again now. June 27th. We're not talking about Season 2 yet, but we will. Because we both sort of very quickly decided after I watched Season 2, I was like, do you think we should just hold off until we watch Season 3 and just talk about the whole thing together? Because like there's stuff to talk about in Season 2.
There is, yes.
But it's kind of hard to talk about it without knowing where it's going to go. I feel
Agreed.
like, and I think we're gonna have a much better conversation when we have the entire picture in front of us.
Yeah, yes.
So we'll do a 2 and 3 sort of like full Squid Game chat when it comes out.
100%, and it's gonna be worth the wait. I feel like I will spoil my thoughts in a little bit on Season 2. I loved it. I thought it was very good. It definitely stayed true to itself while also changing enough to stay interesting and exciting. The actors are fucking great. I really enjoyed everyone in there, and honestly, I rewatched Season 1 recently because it was just tickling my brain that I need to see it again. And I rewatched it, and I gotta say that, yes, it's still heartbreaking, especially with episode 6, where they do the 2-on-2 game. And where, you know, basically where they all betray each other.
The one with the marbles?
With the marbles, yes.
Yes, that's what I thought.
That's still one of the most heartbreaking episodes on television ever. But I gotta say, I think they topped it for me in Season 2, which I'm gonna get into it more when we talk about the entire thing altogether. But yes, given. Now you're thinking, what was it?
No. I was thinking about my own reaction because I also very much like Season 2 because I think we have space to talk about it a little bit. We don't need to go into all the nitty gritty bits and pieces. I also thought it was very good. It's a lot quieter of a season.
It is, yes.
Generally speaking, because we're kind of in half through a story, which is part of why we were like, we should wait until we can talk about the rest of it, and all that sort of stuff. But I think the sort of philosophical questions that they were putting out were really interesting. I really liked the whole episode about like everybody's justifications for one more game and all these bits and pieces, and like the way that they changed things ever so slightly, but that added like another level of like discussion about like, you know, what capitalism does to a bitch.
Yeah.
And the competitive nature of that whole thing, and you know the need to climb on top of other people in order to get what we want and all that sort of stuff. The thing I was laughing at was I was sat there watching it and I was like, look, maybe there's something wrong with me, but I feel like there's something going on between the front man and Yoon. And then I was like, I might be crazy. And then I went on the tag on Twitter and it's just full of art. And I went, I knew I wasn't mental. The other people see it too. These old men are staring at each other in a way. It made me laugh. Like, it's to the point where they were like, they've been posting it on the official Netflix accounts. It's like the ship name's called like 457 because it's like their numbers added together. I love it. Like, I don't think it's going to turn into anything, but I'm just saying
No.
that obviously it's not. But I'm like, those men were making eyes at each other, and
I think what's more likely, if we want to go down that route, is that because I refuse to believe that my beloved is dead, who played the dead in season 2. And, you know, his final moment is he's getting shot. I don't think he got shot. I think he's going to be fine.
No. Absolutely, yes. For sure. She, because I think we all know who that was.
Yes.
And we all know why that we didn't see it happen.
Yes, he's going to be alive. And I think if anyone was making eyes, it was him. And names, Uni. So our transgender queen.
Oh, you know, I'm not against that either. She was amazing.
Oh, so good.
And, like, if we had done our episode, I would have mentioned the fact that I wasn't sure about the casting initially, but, you know, hearing what everybody was saying about it, I'm like, totally understand. And
yes,
they did it wonderfully. I actually thought she was such a brilliantly written character, and I kind of adored her.
Yeah, same. And everyone does, which is so great to see, because it is honestly...
Plus, just based on a real person.
Yeah.
Which is kind of,
I
mean, utterly heartbreaking, and says so much anyway, but like, yeah, I liked, we'll get back onto the other stuff in a minute, but I also just really like that. I feel like you like everybody a lot more in this season.
Yes.
I personally felt like that actually everybody that you meet is a lot more likable, and they feel more desperate in a way. Whereas like some of the people felt more, what's the word I'm looking for? There was like a hunger to a lot of the people in the first season that made them feel more brutal, whereas a lot of people here felt a lot more sympathetic, which I enjoyed, and I'm glad that they moved it in that direction.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah, understandable. But yeah, Squid Game season 3, I am very excited to see what they're going to do with the ending and how they will decide to close it down. Yeah.
Get on the plane this time.
Hopefully he survives. That's all I'm going to say.
I honestly thought he was dead by that last episode. I thought they were going to kill him.
Yeah, same. But we're going to see more of you, and so we'll see. All right.
My honourable mentions, real quick, if I may.
Yes,
The Last of Us part season 2 was on there. I said I've got a lot of fear around it, but
we'll see.
The anticipating is me going, okay.
Yes.
We'll see what happens. Yes. I'm still not convinced about... I know Caitlin Deaver's a wonderful actor. I just don't think that she's buff enough for Abby. Because it doesn't look like she bulked up that much. I'm not going to lie.
I feel like they made a decision there.
Yeah, I know, but so annoying. I also worry for her just because of what Laura Bailey went through.
Yes, I know.
Good Lord. Godspeed to you, Caitlin.
Yeah.
I was going to mention Severance season 2, even though it is currently airing, but we've got more stuff to go, and it's already so interesting. But it's been a slow start to the season just because we've been catching up on stuff that's happened at like the immediate aftermath of what happened at the end of last season. Tomorrow should be the beginning of like new information, and I'm very excited. It's just such a brilliant show, and like everybody who is raving about it is entirely correct. I'm very excited to see more of that. Witcher season 4 will be coming out this year, has been officially confirmed. Look, Henry Cavill's not in it anymore.
I know. It's just automatic when I roll my eyes.
He's not in it anymore. It's Liam now, and I'm all for Liam doing a really good job. Instead of all those people who were just yelling about like they wasted him. Fuck off. Just fuck off. He left. It's fine. And it sounds like everybody was happier for it. So
yeah, exactly.
Plus, I mean, I want more Yaskia songs. So
I know.
And I'm sure that I miss my boy, and I look forward to seeing him again, and all of his music, and all this sort of stuff, and just him in general, and Lawrence Fishburne coming in as what's his face, the vampire. Mm-hmm. I can't remember his name.
Me neither.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yes, I know who you're talking about, but it's gonna,
very excited about that. We're doing a lot of some really cool stuff is on the horizon, and we're going to get some really interesting stuff with Ciri going on, because, you know, she's actually the main character of The Witcher.
Facts. Yes.
All of these bits and pieces. I'm just very excited about that. Related, I don't think it's a TV show. I might hold off on talking about it. I think it's a movie. I've never actually been sure, but I'll wait for a minute and I'll talk about it in a minute. But then the other thing I found was that Vince Gilligan, writer of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and was a very, very good writer on the X-Files, is making a sci-fi series on Apple TV Plus, set in Albuquerque. It's not got a name yet. We don't really know any details, but Variety seems to suggest that it will be coming out this year at some point. And I don't know what it is, but I'm very excited about whatever it could be.
Interesting. I didn't even hear about that.
No, neither did I. And I was like, hello? Vince Gilligan? Doing sci-fi again? Hello? For me? Yes, thank you.
Understandable.
So, yeah, I will... that's in there, you know?
Okay. Gotcha. I don't know. It's just a few exciting ones. Newtopia, which is a new Korean zombie TV series coming to Prime in February.
Okay.
And it's not simply a zombie horror series, it's a rom-com.
Oh,
and
it's a zombie rom-com.
Yes, it is. And
Edgar Wright would be so proud.
The trailer was so funny that I'm really much looking forward to it because it looks fun, and sometimes that's all you need. I am very excited for, and also very bittersweet about Gen V Season 2 coming out with Chance Perdomo, obviously. We will feel his absence, I think, but I'm still looking forward to see what they did with the story. We know that he didn't get replaced, so yeah, I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with it. I will mention this, but I have doubts and fears.
Anticipating, but in a scary way.
Yes. Alien Earth is coming this year.
Did you see that tweet that was like the Challenger's tennis ball cam has infected the space station?
I saw.
The alien space station.
I saw.
That made me laugh.
Yeah, but I still can get on board with the whole idea that we want to delete basically what happened in the original movie, where it is the Nostromo that makes first contact with the xenomorphs. I don't know what the fuck they're doing on Earth, especially because it is confirmed that it plays 2 years before Ripley finds them. So Ripley and the crew of Nostromo, to be exact. No, Alien versus Predator is not canon. Fuck off. Even though I enjoyed those, to be fair. The first movie I pretty much enjoyed, but it's not canon.
I was watching actually this morning, and they had a whole host of questions about Alien and all those bits, and then Alien versus Predator got mentioned quite a bit.
Yes. But it's not canon. Stop saying that. I don't know. They released very little for me to judge what it's going to be like. The only saving grace currently that it has for me is that Timothy Olyphant is in it. And I do love Timothy Olyphant a lot.
I love Timothy Olyphant.
So, yes. And I don't know. I had so much faith in Alien Romulus, and we all know how I feel about that movie. I was pretty loud about it. I don't know. I feel like that we are at the point where if I want to enjoy Alien, I'm just going to watch the OGs with Sigourney Weaver, because I feel like they just can't get it right anymore. I am pretty excited for Alien Isolation 2, which is fully confirmed to happen. So that game got it right. That understood that we just need the fucking xenomorphs and we don't need any other monster for this universe to work. And so it's okay. I'm calm. Anyway, Alien Earth. We'll see.
I just had a thought. Hasn't been confirmed yet, but it probably will be happening this year. Mighty Nine animated series.
Yes.
Probably will be coming out at some point this year.
Yes.
And I'm obviously extremely excited for that. But that hasn't been officially confirmed yet.
Yes.
We're still waiting for it.
Yes.
obviously the LA fires have affected a lot of people, so it might be a while before we get any confirmation on anything like that. But
we'll see.
I'd be very much. Caleb Widogast in animation. Wonderful.
Wonderful. All right, let's talk about movies.
Let's talk about movies.
Let's start with your number 3, please.
You want to start with me?
Yes.
Not with me?
Yes.
My number 3 still doesn't have a date, which is very annoying. But I've put Wake Up Dead Man, Knives Out story.
Oh, yes.
So my number 3.
Yes.
I love the Knives Out movies.
Fair.
Absolutely adore those films. Another fucking stellar cast coming along the pipeline with this one. We've got a still released today as of recording. We have a still no date, but there's a picture out there of Benoit Blanc in a church with Josh O'Connor in a priest outfit. So we're off to the races, you know?
Yes.
We've got some stuff down the pipeline. I'm just, these movies are so fun. I really hope that they manage to bully Netflix into giving them another cinema release so I can go watch it in the theatre like I did with Glass Onion. And I hope it's longer than a week, because a week is not long enough for a movie to sit in the cinema.
That's true, yes.
But I love murder mysteries, and I really love the world that Rian Johnson has made with the Knives Out movies.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for whenever this comes out. But I'm very, very excited about this one.
The only thing I have with this movie is that, yes, I am looking forward to it, but I can't forgive them, because there was this one interview that they did with Rian and Daniel Craig, and the interviewer very, very nicely mentioned that she wishes that Angelina Jolie would be cast in one of these movies, and they were so excited for it. And then I was waiting for an Angelina Jolie announcement for the next Knives Out, and when it didn't happen, I still think the cast is going to be great. But when it didn't happen, it
still got time.
I know,
like 2 other movies.
I know, but
hopefully she can get in there.
I know, but it still hurt a little bit. It still hurt a little bit. I was looking forward to that, but maybe in the future. Yes,
but for now, Andrew Scott.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, exactly. That's also very good. Okay. Exciting.
Wake Up Dead Man.
Yes.
Knives Out story. Your number 3, my lady.
This is a great opportunity for me because a lot of things weren't entirely confirmed when I wrote my article. So now I can put those into a podcast. So my number 3 is something that I was very afraid of what they're going to do with it. But then they dropped the trailer, and I am actually now fucking excited for it. And it is Until Dawn. I think the fact, because I didn't see the point in making that game into a movie with not the same cast, with just entirely just grabbing its story. And when they dropped the trailer and they actually revealed what it is going to be about, which I think the idea itself is fucking awesome, that they get locked into a house, and every time all of them die, they get rebooted and they get into a different horror genre. And I was like, oh my God, this is actually very exciting. And now we know why Peter Stormare is the only one who's returning from the games, because he's going to be a vital part of the storytelling, just like he was in the game. And it looks great. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really, really good and very intriguing. I think it's the kind of new horror that I've been very much craving. And if they get the genres right, they did show a tiny glimpse of the Wendigo that we know from the game. So we know that it's gonna show up in one of the reincarnations. But if they do this right, I think this could be one of the best horrors that they put out this year, or maybe this century, if I might be so bold.
That is bold.
It is very bold, I know. But yeah, I'm very excited for it. It looks like something that makes me go. So Until Dawn is number 3. Your number 2.
My number 2 is a movie that I had as my number 1 last year.
Is it?
It's Mickey. It's Mickey. 17.
Mickey 17. Yes, I know.
It's Mickey 17.
Yes.
Mickey 17, which got pushed to January, and then it got pushed to April, and then it got pushed back. So now it's coming out in March.
And I will, but I will have to put this in. The Old Guard 2 is premiering July 2nd. They just put it out.
It does have a date.
Yes. Yes, go back to Mickey.
Yes, sorry, but that's fun. We're going to put all that in the episode now.
Yes.
Like this random bit of dialogue we had in between things. Yes, Mickey 17, which is out on March 17th, which I feel like they may have done intentionally. I'm not sure.
Probably.
Who knows? Maybe it was just a fun coincidence.
Maybe.
But yeah, I was excited about this last year, and then they moved it because I guess Bong Joon-ho wasn't happy with the cut that they had. It's fine.
It's fine.
They released a new trailer a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, I'm still excited for this movie. It looks weird. I still have the book that you gave me for my birthday last year.
Yes.
I know where it is.
Yes.
But there's a part of me that kind of doesn't want to read it because I want to watch the movie first. You know?
I think you can safely read it because they changed a lot just based on the trailer.
Yeah, I read a bit of everything. I know that Bong has put his Bong sauce all over it.
Yes.
And all that sort of stuff. But I did read a bit of an article about it in Empire where he basically said, why is it 17 now and not 7? He goes, I wanted to make it 10 times more bloody.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or deadly. I can't remember the word that he used exactly, but like, yeah, that's a good reason.
Yeah.
It's a good reason.
It is.
Just add some more in there.
100%.
It just looks so fun. I played the trailer for my younger brother the other day because I was like, you are not prepared for the voice that Robert Pattinson is using in this movie.
Oh my God. And I
played it for him and he like fell over.
The thing is that I don't really understand what was the decision behind that.
Doing a funky voice. I kind of like it. The more I hear it, I'm like, I feel like this works.
We'll see.
There's a sort of rat-like nature to it. I don't know how to describe it other than like he feels like there's almost something rodent-y about him.
Yeah.
I like the look of it. I'm very excited about it.
Understandable.
And all the weirdness that's probably going to come into it and all this sort of stuff. And, you know, it's Bong Joon-ho.
It is. So it's already a win.
It's already a win.
It's already a win.
And I was excited about it last year, and I'm still excited about this year. It's only gone down one because the other one I've got my number 1. Yeah, I mean, it's me. So I feel like it won't be a surprise when I say it, when we get to it. But before any of that, what's your number 2?
Oh my God, I can't decide.
Oh,
it's very hard. It's very hard to decide. The thing is, so many movies are coming out this year that are made very specifically for me. And I'm like, I still can't believe it. Like when I did the lineup for like, what should I put in this list? Fucking hell, this is all for me. That I don't know. I don't know. So I decided that I will cheat a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. And I will do a speed run of all the movies that are very specifically for me. And
I have a feeling basically everything on my honorable mention list is about to get mentioned.
Probably. Yeah. There's a high chance for it. And I will only highlight one and talking about it more in detail. So, speed run. How to Train Your Dragon, the live action. Lilo and Stitch, because I love Stitch so much, and I don't care. I know it's Disney, and we're afraid of the Disney remakes, but it's Stitch, so I don't give a fuck.
I'm not afraid of the Disney remakes. I'm annoyed at their existence.
I know, but I that's Stitch. That's my boy. That's my boy. I don't care. I love him so much. So I want to see Stitch. More Stitch is always better. So yes, How to Train Your Dragon, Lilo and Stitch. obviously Jurassic World Rebirth, because
one.
because there's one major reason, other than I love this franchise very dearly. David Cope is back as the screenwriter, and if you don't know who David is, David wrote the original Jurassic Park from Michael Crichton's novel, and he just did an interview, and they're gonna use, I know what scene they will finally make into the big screen, which is the river scene. That's one of the best parts of the book. I love it very dearly. I'm so excited for it. It has Jonathan Bailey and Scarlett Johansson, so it's already a win. And Mahershala Ali,
I love Mahershala Ali. I didn't actually know about that. That's very, very cool.
Yes.
But I'm in for Jonathan Bailey.
Yes.
Final Fantasy XIV Jonathan Bailey.
Yes. So the cast is great. David Cope is back, so that's already a huge win. And it's done by Gareth Edwards, who I really, really, really appreciate as a director. So I'm very, very excited for it, actually. So these three, if you know me, these are for me.
Oh, okay. You actually didn't mention the ones on
my... But hold on, because I'm gonna highlight this, and this is the real number 2, and that is 28 years later.
Okay, yeah, that is also on my one.
Okay. 28 years later is both 28 days and 28 weeks later are very dear to me. I really love those movies. Obviously, 28 Days Later is the one that started off Cillian Murphy's career. He's great in it. He's coming back for this one. No, he's not the zombie that was shown in the trailer. No. Now we know that.
He's not. No, he's not in this one.
No, he is.
No. He's not in this one. He might be in the next one.
No.
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 He's not in this one.
What?
They said they made a statement. He's like, Cillian Murphy's not in 28 Years Later, but he might be in the sequel.
Fuck right off.
Because there's going to be a...
Fuck off.
This is like a whole thing. Cillian Murphy isn't in 28 Years Later, but he might be in 28 Years Later, and it's got another subtitle on the end of it. I can't remember what it's called. That's directed by Nia Costa? I can't remember how to say her last name, but the woman who directed one of the Captain Marvel movies. I think it was the last one.
Nia Costa.
Yeah, her. She's
what the actual fuck?
It.
I am no longer excited for 20. No, I'm joking.
He's not in this one. I'm sure of it. I'm double checking for you now, but I'm like
no. They announced the entire movie with Cillian Murphy is coming back in his role. What the hell? When did this happen? How? It
was a few weeks ago. I know I saw so the DaCosta, thank you, Nia DaCosta, is in negotiations to direct a sequel to the film called The Bone Temple.
Which is about the Ralph Fiennes' character.
Yeah, so I think he's going to be in this one, but he won't be in the one that's coming out this year.
Fuck right off. That's just bullshit. I'm sorry. That's...
I'm going to find a thing.
What the fuck? Okay, no, I'm still excited for it. The trailer is fucking amazing.
Yeah, there we go. Empire. Cillian Murphy isn't in 28 Years Later films, but may appear later in the trilogy. So it looks like there's going to be a trilogy of them.
I'll take it. You know what? I'll take it.
Not the first film in the planned new trilogy. On this, we wanted to be involved, and he wanted to be involved, but he's not in the first film. I'm hoping there will be some Jim somewhere along the line, said Andrew McDonald to Empire.
That's bullshit.
So he's not in it.
That's bullshit. The only reason
he's very directly involved. He's still an executive producer.
I know he is, but that's not the same.
His hands are in the pie.
But that's not the same as being back as the character he played. Like, come on. Everyone was expecting because the fucking movie was announced, and Cillian Murphy is returning in his role.
Yeah, he's not.
What the fuck? Anyway, the only reason now I'm excited is because the trailer is fucking amazing.
I think it's fucking phenomenal.
It's just the best trailer that they put out in the last 10 years. I swear to God.
It's one of those every once in a while you'll get a trailer and I will see a trailer and I'll be like, I have to watch this 5 more times.
Yes.
Just because everything about it is so addictive.
good. Yeah.
The only other trailers that I can think of that are on par with this for me are the Tequila trailer for Baby Driver, because that was just so well edited, and the 5-minute Cloud Atlas trailer that came out before the movie. Both of which are phenomenal trailers
really
in
good
and of
ones.
themselves.
Yeah.
2 very different reasons.
Yeah.
But
this is...
Yeah.
This is
so
next
good.
level. This is next level.
It's amazing how within the first 5 seconds it's like, oh, this has evoked the exact same feeling as the original movie. I'm kind of astounded by even the feel of the film.
Yeah,
the digital film feels the same, despite the fact that it's it is higher quality, but it still has that weird grungy effect that the original had. I'm so impressed by it, and they made the Teletubbies creepy. Which, to be fair, there were parts of the Teletubbies I found creepy as a child, as much as I loved them. But that's not what they didn't show any of those bits in the trailer.
Yeah, exactly. Let's close it down like that. Your number one.
My number one. Yeah, and then I'll get onto my honorable mentions because
Yes.
there are a couple that I would still like to talk about. My number one, surprising to no one, is Mission Impossible Final Reckoning.
Obviously.
I'm unbelievably excited for this movie. I just found out it's coming out in May.
Oh.
I thought it was going to be out in July.
Oh.
I don't know why I thought this. I think I just assumed because it was a summer blockbuster last time, it would be doing the exact same time. No, it's out the end of May, which is way sooner than I thought it was going to be.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be probably the last one in whatever version of Mission Impossible that we have right now. It's looking like it's probably Tom Cruise's last stint as Ethan Hunt. For whatever that means. In terms of what this franchise future is, do I have words? No, I'm just ridiculously excited for how good this movie is going to be. I believe there was a quote from Chris McQuarrie who said that at the first screening, people felt like they were going to have heart attacks during it. So it's going to be a thrill ride. I mean, considering how much I was clutching my chair during the train sequence of the last movie, because it's, a thrill ride.
Yeah.
I'm just so excited about these movies. And I'm hoping I've pretty much laid to rest any hope that I have of them bringing back Rebecca Ferguson, because she was like, I want to work and I don't want to wait around and I don't want to come back. And I was like, it's fair.
It's okay.
She's off making Silo, and, good for her. Absolutely adore her. I'm still upset about the events of the last movie in terms of her character. I digress. It's upsetting, frankly.
Okay.
But, the trailer looks brilliant, and all the stuff that is going to be in it, and it looks like it's going to be emotional. Give it to me now. Give it now.
Bring it back. I'm not surprised.
I love the Mission Impossible movies.
I know.
I love them.
I know you do. I think my number one is also no surprise to anyone in this world. It's Avatar, Fire and Ash.
Yeah.
So,
that's not a surprise either.
No. I just love this world. I want to go back to my Navi family. I want to be with Neytiri and Jake and all the kids. I want to see what happens, what else James Cameron's might thought about. I'm very excited. The concept art that they've released, because that's all we have for now, looks fucking stunning, which is not surprising because both movies are fucking stunning. So there's no surprises there. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do with it. If it's just going to be, once again, just showing off another beautiful nature of Pandora, or if it's going to be like a conflict between different tribes, because it is highly implied that it's going to go on different paths this time around. Great. Fucking great. I don't care. As long as we are on Pandora and I can look at them, I'm happy. I'm going to be very, very happy.
I read a little bit in Empire that suggested there's going to be a lot of stuff to do with, because the way they ended the last film.
Yes.
The way the last film ended good sentence structure me. With the there's going to be a lot of talk about grief and like how to, and I believe the way he was talking about it is like he was like, I'm not trying to make it super depressing, but I want to have a realistic look at what grief does to a family. And I'm like, oh, fun. Okay.
Oh, that's I like that. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably be quite all of those things.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, I like that because honestly, whenever Zoe Saldana can show off her acting chops, that's just great. And we can
all ignore the fact that Amelia Perez happened.
To be fair, she's
sure
the only
good in it.
good part of the entire thing. But yes, let's ignore that. But she's really great in that as well. But I think her peak role is actually Nightiri. Because and I really hope, like, I think that was my only criticism of the second movie, that they didn't give her enough space and enough things to do. So I'm really, really hoping that Nightiri is going to be once again front and center of this third movie. I'm just really excited to go back to Pandora and just experience this world again, because it truly feels like that. You're in a whole new world, and you are. It's very, very great. So I'm looking forward to it very much so. And it's once again coming out on my birthday, so
little birthday present.
It's my birthday present. Happy Lily.
Fair enough. I'm going to mention a couple more of my honorable mentions.
Go on.
I've put Superman on here because honestly, that trailer won me over.
It looks good. Yeah,
it looks really interesting.
Same.
And I'm not a big Superman person. In fact, I find him boring most of the time.
Yes.
But this take on the character, which feels like sort of a core version of Superman.
Absolutely.
That we often don't see.
Yes.
Because he gets kind of co-opted in different directions. Looks like on point, basically.
Agreed.
And I like the vibe that they're going for. And the grading's actually kind of gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the color vibe that they've gone for in the movie. And this has me cautiously optimistic.
Same.
Basically.
Same.
I'm looking forward to the Fantastic Four movie. Because again, the vibe looks really cool.
Looks really cool.
Great cast. All of those bits and pieces. Just looking forward to it, generally speaking.
Yes.
Wicked, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
Wicked for good. New songs. More Jonathan Bailey. What could be better? And then I've also put The Running Man on here, which is Edgar Wright's next movie.
Yes.
The Running Man with Glenn Powell.
Yes.
I don't know much about the original, but it's an Edgar Wright film, and we haven't had one of those since Last Night in Soho. So I'm just looking forward to it, generally speaking, because I love Edgar Wright movies.
Yes.
And I've become quite a fan of Glenn Powell after Twisters.
Same.
I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with that. And then just on there, because I mentioned it earlier, The Witcher Sirens of the Deep, the animated one with Doug Cockle voicing, is out in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
I believe it's a movie.
I think it's a movie, yes.
I'm looking forward to that. It looks like fun.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be mid, but like in the way that I like.
Sometimes that's all you need.
There's lots of Jaskier content, and it's Doug Cockle doing Geralt with everybody else back in their roles. And hopefully a new Jaskier song to add to my Joey playlist, which is always very important to me.
Yes. Yes, we know.
And then my last little thing I wrote on here is the thing I'm most excited for are all the things I don't know about yet. It's always my favourite part of the year, finding out movies that are coming out that I don't have a bunch of hype behind them already. The things that will come out around Oscar season and start pulling up all that buzz. Almost my favourite part. So I'm looking forward to the new things that are on the horizon that I don't know about. There is a new Dylan O'Brien movie that's premiering at Sundance. I don't know if it, but like I don't know. I think it's been bought by a distributor yet.
Not yet. But it's Dylan O'Brien.
So it may not come out this year. It may not even come out next year.
We will be seated.
It looks very interesting. Yes. He's playing twins, which is cool. It's called Twinless. If you were curious.
We love Dylan O'Brien in this house.
And we love Dylan O'Brien in this house. That one looks very interesting to me. But yeah, generally speaking,
he's also going to be in something that I shared. What was it? And we couldn't decide if he's going to be evil or good.
Is that's not the Sam Raimi thing?
It is the Sam Raimi one. Yes,
that one won't be out for a bit though. So
I know, but it's still Dylan O'Brien.
It was Sam Raimi directing Dylan O'Brien and Rachel McAdams in a movie that's been described as Castaway.
Yes.
Mixed with Misery.
Yes.
So. And we both decided that we hope that Rachel McAdams gets to play evil and that Dylan O'Brien gets to play a scared guy.
Yes, because he's excellent.
We think that's going to be more fun.
Yes, he's excellent as being the emo one, but
he is. It's so fun watching him be scared.
Yes, it's so good.
Go watch season 3 of Day of Teen Wolf again in order to witness
That's peak
both
TV.
Of those things.
That's peak
TV.
Yes. Excellent. I don't have many honorable mentions, but I have a few. Obviously, The Conjuring Last Rites, which is going to be the last. Obviously, it's going to be the last time Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson are back as Ed and Lorraine Warren. There are still a lot of Warren stories out there that could be made into movies, but I think this is a good time to close down
I honestly didn't know they were making more.
That this is going to be the last one.
There are a lot of them.
Yes, but this is going to be the last one, and I love them very dearly, so I'm very much looking forward to the final chapter. I'm a bit sad that James Wan is not back to direct, but he's heavily involved in producing and everything, so this is still good. Obviously, Captain America: Brave New World. It is going to be Anthony Mackie's first solo movie, and I want all the best things for that man because he's fucking great. So I'm really hoping for a good run for Mackie.
Sorry, I keep thinking about that clip of him seeing Sebastian Stan at some interview. My God,
Sebastian Stan,
look at you.
Fucking love that man. I love it. Anthony Mackie. He's just great. And then I have I think 2 or 3 more. Thunderbolts, because it just looks fun. It looks fun, and it has Sebastian Stan.
Oh my God!
Ballerina, which is out of the John Wick universe, and we know that Keanu is making an appearance as John Wick again. So,
do you know? So funny you should mention that. I've started watching the John Wick movies.
Yay!
So I watched John Wick.
Finally,
a couple of days ago, because I tried watching it a while back and I just wasn't watching it properly. I wasn't getting into it, all that other stuff. I watched it again the other day and I went, yeah, you know what? This movie's pretty good. 2 is a mess. Generally, kind of all over the place. It's pretty mid. I haven't seen 3 or 4 yet, but I have plans to move on to those next. But I watched Speed again the other day and I was like, you know what? Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
So I thought,
Keanu Reeves.
I'm just going to sit down and watch him be Keanu Reeves.
Please. Please do it.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to continue looking at watching the rest of them. I don't know if I'm all that interested in really getting into all of the wider universe bits and pieces, but
me neither. It's about Keanu Reeves. I'm sorry to say this, but
it's Keanu Reeves.
It's Keanu Reeves. I'm sorry to say this. I do not care about Ana de Armas at all. I only gonna watch Ballerina because he's back as John Wick. Yeah. And just to point it out, in John Wick 4, there's 2 fucking legends, Hiroyuki Sanada and Donnie Yen. So it's already worth it. And Keanu Reeves, obviously. And I also have Fantastic Four, yes, because Pedro Pascal and Joseph Quinn win. But
Jessica Kirby and
Vanessa Kirby.
It's Vanessa. Yeah, you're right. I know. I said it and I was like, that's not her name.
That's not her name.
Vanessa Kirby.
Yes.
Vanessa Kirby and Ibn Mark.
Yes.
I can't remember his last name.
Me neither. So let's not butcher it.
To everybody whose name I've ever forgotten on this.
Yeah, sorry.
I am so sorry.
We're sorry.
I would it's my brain. It doesn't keep names in check.
Same.
They just leave my brain, and I can see them. I just don't know how to say them.
Fair.
Do you know the number of... there's that clip from New Girl of Nick Miller where he's like, I'm not convinced I know how to read. I've just memorized a lot of words. Sometimes that's how I feel.
Yeah. Same here, to be honest. And then the last thing... No, there's 2 more things that I will mention. Final Destination Bloodlines is coming out, which is... Final Destination is just a I just love those movies. It's just fun. I mean, yeah, it's good. I like it. Hopefully they're gonna do good with it again, which shouldn't be hard because it's just killing a bunch of people in many creative ways. So
in weird ways, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the other one is Predator Badlands with Anya Taylor-Joy. But the very, very intriguing thing about this movie is that it's going to be shown from the Predator's perspective.
Oh, I think I did hear about this. Yes, that sounds familiar.
I'm very excited to see that. I am very, very excited to see that.
There is another Anya Taylor-Joy movie coming out on
the
Valentine's Day, The Gorge.
The Gorge, yes.
Yes,
that looks interesting.
Just like I like the vibe of the posters. I've actually watched the trailer specifically, but you know what? I'm like, sure, why not?
Yeah.
This could be fun.
It looks really fun. So, yeah, that's it.
Could be fun.
That's it.
Yeah, and as I say, I'm very much looking forward to anything and all the things that are probably going to come out this year that we just don't know anything about yet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fun. So there's a lot to look forward to. That's very.
There is a lot to look forward to.
It's a good year.
Do you want to wrap up, or do you want to talk a little bit about the shit show that was the Oscars nominations this year?
I have only one thing to say. First of all, this is going to be the first year
First of all, she says.
Sorry. Maybe it's not one thing. This is going to be the first year where I consciously made the decision that I will not watch it live because fuck you all. Second, and this is the most important part, the fact that they didn't nominate Angelina Jolie for Maria is honestly a crime.
There's so many like little weird snubs in places. It's that you're just sitting there like, what? And the sort of like, and every time you look at the category and you go, what's going on with this category? You're like, why the fuck is Mila Perez in here? Why does it have 13 nominations? That's on par with Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Look, I watched Emilia Perez. Admittedly, I only watched it because I really love Zoe Saldana, and I was very interested to see her specifically. I don't have better words. It's a very bad movie.
Like, I haven't watched it yet. I think just out of like pure like need to be able to, you know, talk about it properly and have like a righteous anger, I feel I have to watch it at some point. But every clip I see just makes me not want to watch it more.
Understandable.
Like that little tiny clip of like the
sex change operation.
Like
yeah. Man or women, women or man, or something like that.
Here's the thing: I like sung through musicals.
Yes. I
think they can
when it's
really
done
well.
right.
Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812 is a sung through musical, but it's not the most obviously melodic one. And I wasn't sure about it when I saw it, but I've become very fond of it.
Yes.
It's just like, and the other thing about it is that every single, like, because it hits on both like Mexican culture and also it's about a trans woman.
Yes.
Every Mexican person like on film Twitter that I've seen and all the trans people on film Twitter I've seen, I'm like, this is horrific. What are you doing? And it's like, well, this is what happens when you don't engage in the culture of the thing that you're actually trying to make a thing of. You're like, I know enough. No, you don't.
No.
You just don't. If you're not from that place, you don't know enough and you should do more research.
Exactly.
You can't just be some French guy and go, hey, I know enough about Mexican culture to make a movie about Mexican culture.
No.
You don't.
That's not how it works. It's not
how it works. And yeah, I mean, my main thing, as I've mentioned many times on my Twitter, challenges snub across the board. Even, like, I would have been okay. I would have been annoyed, but I would have been okay with just a nomination for Best Score.
Yeah.
Because that score is so good.
Yeah.
Nothing. Not a thing.
Yeah, I know.
It's a crime.
I know.
It's a crime.
As they were announcing all the nominations, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's happening? And the thing is that, you know, you always have at this point. You always have a slight idea of like who's going to get nominated even before they announce it, because they do the actors and actresses roundtable, the directors and whatnot. And what pissed me off really, really badly is that Angelina Jolie was there for everything, and she usually doesn't do these things because she's a very anxious person.
Yeah,
completely snubbed her. Just fully.
Like I feel like it for that whole thing, because I've seen people talking about it, and you're not the only one who's like, what the fuck. I feel like that is such a peak example of her. Like, it should have been at least her taking Best Actress, even if it got nominated nowhere else.
Yeah.
Like that's peak that.
Yeah.
I feel like the Brazilian actress from I'm Still Here is getting flag on her behalf, which isn't fair, because from what I've heard, I'm Still Here is fantastic, and actually she really is deserving of that nomination, and all those bits and pieces. But
no one was talking about her. That's the thing. Like,
but like the movie is like really well regarded, and I think it's only because it's not an English language film that it's not. People weren't really talking about it, but now it's getting more traction because of it's based in the thing. But I hear she's phenomenal in it. Yeah, the whole thing feels like such a shit show. It feels like there's like so many of, especially in the Best Picture category, there's like little things that keep coming up. They're like it's so funny. It's almost like it's playing out like the entire plot of Conclave, which is hilarious to me. Where there's like little things coming out of like, and here's why you shouldn't win.
Yeah,
like the use of AI to fix Adrian Brody's accent in The Brutalist, which is like, dude, just either suck a little bit or be better.
And the thing is, because I think I can speak on this since I am Hungarian. I think our accent is actually, it's you can tell. No one ever could tell that I have a Hungarian accent. It was always something different. So
what do you need to put in? Why do you need to fix it in AI? Just like have it as a thing.
What the fuck? Like what's going on? And why do you need that? And the thing is that it was edited by a Hungarian, and it was like when I heard him talk about the fact that they peaked it with AI, I was like, this is how we're going to ruin the entire thing. This is how we're going to ruin performances and people who actually, work for that performance and put in the extra job that needs to be put in. Yeah. And Adrian Brody's fucking parents are part Hungarian. Like, like he heard his whole life Hungarian talk, and he admits in every interview that he knows words, he can speak somewhat, he can pick up on the accent, and then they pick him.
Have you seen that little clip from the Hollywood Reporter roundtable where Sebastian Stan's looking at him like, what the fuck? Because obviously he's Romanian.
He's Romanian, like, yes. Yeah.
He's like, just like, what in the ever-loving face? There's just a look on his face where he's like, what are you talking about?
Yep.
Just honestly very funny. Yeah, I mean, just the overall thing. I know a lot of people are annoyed about Denis Villeneuve not getting nominated for Best Director for Dune, which honestly, if I were to put him anywhere, I probably would put Denis forward for Best Director as opposed to like kind of anything else about the film. Or the visual effects. To be fair,
yeah.
It is the visual effects in the movie are gorgeous. It's just the number of people who are just like, this movie was snubbed. I'm like, no, it wasn't. Challengers was snubbed. This movie's done fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Like but I also just don't have any love for Dune. Generally speaking, I can see it's really well made. It's just nothing for me.
Yeah,
nothing at all.
Which is fair. Which is completely fair.
And then the only other thing is that Better Man, the Robbie Williams monkey movie, did get nominated for Best VFX, which is very exciting because honestly, that monkey looks real good.
Yeah.
Looks real good.
Yeah.
And I saw that movie sort of on a whim because I was annoyed about Americans talking shit about Robbie Williams, and I came out of it and went, that movie fucked.
Yeah. I can't wait to watch it either. It's like
really, really good.
Yeah, I can't wait. I
cried for like the last 45 minutes of the film.
Then I definitely can't
Not
wait
like
to
full on things,
yeah, but like
it,
yeah.
I was crying. There was crying happening.
Yeah. Understandable. I can't wait.
It's really fucking good. If you're on the fence and you're like, I don't know about this. I don't like biopics, and it's an overdone genre, especially with the Bob Dylan one out now with Timothée Chalamet. If you're gonna watch any, I would highly recommend it be Better Man. Honestly.
Yeah. understandable.
You might be like, what's with the monkey thing? The monkey thing actually works very well within the context of the film. And people keep posting the rock DJ sequence, which is excellent.
It is.
But nothing comes close to watching what happens with Let Me Entertain You, which I won't spoil.
Ooh.
But it's nuts.
I'm just still completely baffled that Americans don't know who Robbie Williams is.
They don't know who he is. And it's like,
how
it's
can
so
you not
good
know?
For him.
But how can you not know? Like, what?
He never broke America. It's kind of wild.
It's unreal. Because he is huge in Hungary as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's huge basically
everywhere
but the US. And the US, the Americans are just like, nobody cares about this guy. I'm like, no, it's just you.
It's just you guys.
It's truly just you guys.
It's just you. Fucking idiots. I'm sorry, but it's kind of, yeah. Anyway, yes, Oscars can go fuck themselves. This is going to be my very, very first time where it's my decision not to watch it, and I will not watch it. No.
I just can't be bothered.
No.
They're also not doing any like performances, and it's like, I wonder why.
The only thing I will say that I think the only thing I was genuinely happy for was Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, because honestly, they both fucking rock. In Wicked, I really enjoyed their performances. I think they're great. I also think that the only reason they got the nomination is not because they are very good, but because the Oscars realized, oh, this movie is actually very well received. We should be putting this, on our nominations list at least. So it's very sad to think about it like that, and it hurts my feelings a little bit because I always watched the Oscars and I always really appreciated the Oscars. I don't think I do anymore. Yeah.
It's like we have years like last year where it feels like that's what the Oscars are the pinnacle of, where we're actually really celebrating genuinely excellent cinema all around. Pardon me, I'm so sorry. But then you've got this year, which it's like this is the complete flip side to that, where it's like this is the type of Oscars season where everybody's just pissed off all the time. I'm finding it so funny. People are referring like the over nomination of Amelia Perez as like the Crash of this year. Like it's like exactly the same as Crash.
Yeah,
when that somehow won Best Picture over Brokeback Mountain. Baffles me truly. Never gotten over that one. I don't think anybody did.
Yeah.
I did also see somebody reference Green Book in relation.
Yeah.
Same, very, very much in the same vibe.
Yeah.
Of thing. Yeah. It's a shit show, and we're sad about it.
Yes. But it is what it is.
The only reason also to watch the BAFTAs is because David Tennant is hosting.
Yeah. That's really
which will be a great time. Generally,
although it might be a stupid question, but did Angelina get nominated for the BAFTAs?
I don't honestly know. I might double check that for you right now, but I feel like she didn't. I'm going to double check it. BAFTAs. I know that the thing I did see that did make me happy is that the Outrun got a look in, which is great because I love the Outrun, and it does. Outrun got a look in for Outstanding British Film, which is deserved and Saoirse Ronan got a nomination for leading actress.
Yeah,
for the Outrun.
Yes,
because also deserved. She's amazing in it. But no, there is no Angelina. No Angelina. My brain had a sort of fit then.
Sad. This is very sad for me. I'm not gonna lie.
My hope is that out of nowhere, Conclave is going to come in with the steel chair and kind of steal half the awards, because that was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Loved Conclave.
Fair. All right. I think we can close this off. We talked about the most anticipated TV shows and movies. I think we gave you guys a lot of good recommendations.
A lot of things to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we talked a bit about the Oscars, and we will be back. For a while. It's going to be audio only, so just bear with us on that front.
I don't think we know when we're going to be back.
No,
we haven't really talked about
not yet.
Often we're going to be doing this, but it's at most a month.
Yes,
but it may be 2 weeks.
Yes,
we haven't decided.
We'll see. We'll see. That's the...
Keep an eye on our social media.
Yes. That's the official conclusion that we'll see. And we will post about it.
We'll see.
But yes, this was us. Please don't forget to rate us on Spotify, subscribe to YouTube.
Other podcast platforms of your choice.
Yes.
We are a podcast. So if you listen to us on podcasting platforms and you rate us and you look like Spotify has a comment section now, by the way.
Yes.
Just putting that out there. So feel free to comment.
Please.
You can only do it once though. So if you have more things to say, you can tweet us our account. We'll still look at it and all that sort of stuff. I'm just not logged into it on my phone currently.
So you need to be.
I should probably do that again.
Yes.
I deleted Twitter for a while and then I re-downloaded it because I was just looking at it through the browser and it was just annoying, generally speaking.
Fair.
So I just need to log back into that. But yes, you can tweet at us. But if you have like a little thing you want to say, you can use the Spotify as a little comment section and you can use that and I will try to make an effort to have a look at it. Lily has all the Spotify stat stuff.
Yes.
I'm not involved in that space.
Yes. And I will look at it. I might even answer.
They're gas.
Oh my God. But we will be back. We don't know when.
Yes.
Just keep a lookout on the socials. Yes, and this was us. We love you all. And watch movies.
Watch movies.
Bye.
Godspeed.
Cut the check.
Cut the check. Cut the check. Cut the check.
Cut the check.
Cut the check. Cut the check.
That's it. Cut the check. We're done.
Cut the check. Oh, that was good. Cut the check. Oh, yeah.